Well, Mother Nature sure has a sense of humor. Been raining all morning. That's not the humorous part. The humorous part is Mennonites the other day came and cut the hay at the back, the second cut. I don't know if I can zoom in there and see anything useful. Anyways, so the second cut is toast. Oh well. We would have gotten about 200 bales out of that, but we got nothing now. So, whatever. I was talking to, I think it was Ernie. The two brothers there, Ernie, Elmer. Well, actually three brothers, Ernie, Elmer, and Vermal, are the guys who crop the land around here, or my place. And they were saying that they haven't seen it that dry in their lives, but they're younger than I am, so it's not that big a deal. But they were talking to some of the older people around here, and none of them said they'd seen it that dry around here. But nonetheless, wild stuff. Anyways, I'm going to do some work on the truck, as I always do. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to try and do is... well, my objective has been this week to try and get this thing to a stage where I could start the engine, like properly start the engine with, you know, the rad all hooked up and everything. But I'm just debating whether or not I want to do that. You know, like I don't think I'm doing any more panel alignment on this thing, but I got to make sure that it's all set up in such a way that it's not going to be a problem. So I think I'm just going to go and verify some of that stuff with the truck, and then we'll go from there. I think I could certainly put a rad in. Yeah, there's a couple of pieces I kind of want to touch up under here. You know, like obviously the brackets, and that would be easiest to do before going, you know, part around. So those were primed and rattle canned, but they weren't etch primed, so I might maybe blast those off and repaint them properly and go from there. We'll see how we go. I got a bunch of things that I want to do. I actually have a bunch of small powder coating jobs that I want to do as well. Some of the small parts, like some of these pointing off into space, I want to powder coat that. I'm going to sand it and or sandblast it, then I'll sand it and powder coat it. I don't know if I haven't seen Darren comment on any of my videos, but that was a question I wanted to ask him, was if he thought any of those things like the etch primer would hold up to being baked in an oven for, you know, at like 375, 400 degrees for 20-25 minutes, and that, just to see if that would provide some corrosion protection for some of the things, because that was my biggest issue with powder coating, was corrosion protection. It really didn't seem to be there. Anyways, I could yap and yap and yap, but I'm going to get some work done here. So there's all the bracketry for the front of the engine here. I've stripped everything off that I don't want to paint. Obviously pulleys and all that. Yeah, what's there to say? You know, blast it, you know, etch prime it, and go from there. There is some rust on here. I wonder if I should rust neutralize it before I etch prime it. Well, we'll see how well it looks afterwards. If I see any black on it, I'll probably just, you know what, etch it and be done with it. Okay, oh, and I did find a terminal block that I can use. It's not as big as the other one, but I think it's going to be fine. That was off of the one of the old vehicles. So anyways, blast this stuff, and next you see this, it should have some etch primer on it. Okay, there's all the stuff all blasted and rust converted. It's not perfect, but it'll be okay. I'm going to pull that off. I'll cut it off. Anyways, so I'm going to let the rust converter dry, which I don't know how well that's going to work today, but I don't know. I assume this was a chemical, not a water-based thing, but maybe it is. In any case, I'll leave it for a bit and we'll see how it go. These are sprayed quite a while ago, and they're not really looking dry, but I don't know. Whatever. we'll figure it out. Okay, so these have gotten one coat of etch primer, probably too heavy, but hopefully that'll be okay. I'm inducing some epoxy. I'm using chopsticks for stir sticks. Seems like a quick and easy way to have a stir stick. I'm letting this induce for half an hour. It's been going for about 7 minutes. Anyways, spray this down, and then I guess after that it'll be top coat time. I've got some chassis black that I'm going to use for these things here. Okay, there we go. One coat of epoxy on these guys. I'm going to do a second coat. I'm going to leave these to cure for half an hour. I think is the it's a half-hour induction time, and I'm going to leave it for half an hour before I give it a give it another coat. And then I got to go and read the data sheets and find out how long I have to wait before I can top coat these things here. Hopefully I can do it tonight, because it's getting a little bit late. It's already past 7. I would like to have these done and installed so that they could be installed tomorrow. Okay, there's one coat of this chassis black. This is some old Mason stuff I had lying around. Still a little bit, yeah, it hasn't obviously dried yet. It's only been, well, about 4 minutes since I sprayed it. Supposedly 10 minutes dry to the touch, so I assume that that's the recoat interval, whatever you're supposed to call it. Nevertheless, I'm going to give it the 10 minutes and see if it's tacky at that point, and then I'll respray. Or give it a second coat. Yeah, so I used the my old cheapy Princess Auto spray gun to spray the etch primer, and I was noticing it wasn't atomizing very well anymore, so I figured it was probably time to retire it, or at least to try a different one. And what I got, or what I had bought a while ago last time they were on sale, is this is another $25 gun, and I used that to spray the epoxy and the top coat. So, and it seemed to work quite well. So these guns, you can get decent results out of it for, you know, when you're just spraying unimportant stuff. Anyways, I don't know if I would ever use this to spray base or anything, but nevertheless. There you go, 2 coats of black at night. I'm sure that's easy to see. So there you go. So I'll let those dry overnight. Hopefully I can put those back on in the morning. But looks good. I think I got good coverage on it. Some of the pieces are, that's not orange peel, that's just the piece is quite badly rusted. Oh yeah, now you don't turn on the light. Anyways, later guys, thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe like everybody else says.